This is how you guys dress every day for school, right? So for those who don't know me, my name is Dean Topolsky. I'm the Assistant Dean of Student Academic and Professional Affairs. I'm happy to be here to celebrate with you all. I want to first thank our sponsors from Walgreens for ensuring that we were able to have this amazing event. They have been crucial to all of our events that we hold here at LMU, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you, Walgreens. I also would like to thank our keynote speaker here, who is actually an LIU alumni, who I'm sure is having some memories come back. Dr. Andrew Lamb, thank you for being here. I want to especially thank our faculty for their dedication to our students and supporting our students on their academic journey. Thank you, faculty. I want to thank Dean Devastani and Dean Young for their support today, and as always, their support for our students throughout their years here. I want to do a special thanks to Patrick Campbell, the Director of Professional Activities, for putting this event together, and the entire administrative team who helped make today happen. And especially want to thank all the parents and families that are here to support their family members, and I'm sure you have supported them throughout their academic year and their academic career. So hands for the parents. All right. So I have the privilege to be part of all of your journeys. It was just like yesterday where we were at orientation. I need to have the clappers. Remember, I forced you to clap for me? I should have brought them today. So all of your hard work and dedication and late night studying has helped you get here today. Today starts a new chapter in all of your lives. Today marks a moment in your professional phase as pharmacists. There are days in your life that you will not forget, and today I know you will not forget today. You may not remember this speech or any of the speeches today. However, you will remember the feeling you have when you walk on this stage and hear your name and have the white coat placed on you. Today starts the day of the future as a pharmacist for you. You have gone already through some difficult courses. There will be some upcoming challenges. However, you are all here for a reason. You all have the capabilities of being successful. Every class that you're in is crucial for you to understand the information being taught to save a patient's life. Every course, every class is important. You are being given the gift of knowledge that will not only impact one person, but thousands and communities. The future looks bright for pharmacists. We have come a long way from just filling prescriptions and counseling to now vaccinating and now being able to practice at the top of our license more than we have ever before. You should feel proud of the career path that you have chosen. It is still early to know what pharmacy field you will end up. Some of you will be community pharmacists, some of you will go into a specialty, or some of you will be hospital pharmacists. No matter what field you choose, you will make a difference. Today you will receive your white coat. However, the white coat is not just an apparel that you wear to work or to school. It symbolizes the knowledge that you will share when counseling your patients. It symbolizes the personal connections you will make with patients. Most of all, it symbolizes hope. Some patients you will interact with will be battling a disease that they need guidance and counseling on their medication. Some will just have learned a loved one was diagnosed with cancer and will come to pick up the medication. Some will be patients that were just told they're expecting a baby after they've been trying for over a year. You may need to counsel a new father who has no idea what medicine in the aisle to pick for his newborn son. Days will be busy, days will be long. The one thing that I advise you to do is to keep the passion that you have on helping patients and not to forget the reason why you are here today. Remember, every class you attend can be the one you need to save a life. If there's one thing I hope you remember from this speech, it is that the white coat is not just a uniform, it is the hope that patients sees in front of them. I am proud to call you Arnold Dimmer Bernie Schwartz College of Pharmacy students, and I know one day I will be proud to call you my fellow pharmacists. Congratulations again, and now I would like to introduce our CEO Dean, Dean Devastani.
Thank you, Dean Topolsky, and thank you for your unrelenting dedication to our students. Good morning. Good morning. Congratulations to our STEAM students, as well as their family and friends who are here, whose support is very much responsible for your presence and achievements here. I have twin daughters who are going to be graduating college in 3 weeks, so I know it's a very long but very rewarding journey that's going to keep on moving. So I'm very excited, and I know exactly how each one of you feel. We're very proud, and again, congratulations and thank you for being here. Just a quick note about the white coat. I actually looked this up to make sure I'm on track and don't misrepresent the significance of the white coat. But pharmacists wear the white coat for a variety of reasons, including, obviously symbolizing the profession of pharmacy. But I noticed at the end of the description of the white coat for pharmacists, there was a sentence about it's a fresh start for the medical profession. And that's exactly why you're here today. It's the symbolic start of a journey to advance humanity. And if you perceive it as such, day in and day out, and I'm going to share with you 3 nuggets, 3 bullet points, very, very simple, on the start of your medical journey. Number 1, integrity. Always, always do the right thing. Doesn't necessarily have to be directly related to medications, but just in life and as a subset or a consequence of your medical interactions, pharmacy interactions with patients and others, public, other healthcare professions. It's really the collective force of all of you which is going to make for a better and a healthier world. Number 2, always look to see where you can do something slightly better. Think about that for a minute. Again, it's the collective force of doing something just a bit better, just an inch farther, that's going to make for a higher quality, better world, happier, better, healthier patients. And last but not least, keep those coats clean and pressed. I mean it. That's not a joke. I'm not trying to be funny. But when you get up in the morning, let me say something differently. How would you feel if your loved one had a surgery and the surgeon walked in post-op or before procedure with a dirty lab coat, right? It means seriousness. It's a good start to your day. I've seen way too many pharmacists with dirty lab coats and marks all over it. Not a good thing. So, as you can tell, I'm spending about a minute on this. Very important. It's a good reflection of how serious you are about what you're doing day in and day out. Again, lastly, congratulations. I'm happy you all are here. 3 great more years to come. And with that said, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, who's one of our own. I want to welcome Dr. Andrew Lam. He's a graduate of our class of 2003. Dr. Lam is the managing director and head of biotech private equity at Allen Bridge Group, a $2 billion global healthcare investment firm focused on high-impact life science innovations. In his current role as a venture capital investor, Dr. Lam leads a team in evaluating innovative early-stage biotech companies that are developing cutting-edge, life-improving, and life-saving drugs of tomorrow. Prior to his current role, Dr. Lam spent time on Wall Street as a healthcare investment banker at Jefferies and as a biotech stock analyst at BMO Capital. Dr. Lam started his career in industry, spending a decade in progressive roles at several biopharmaceutical companies, including Celgene and Shire. Dr. Lam received his MBA from Drexel University and was the first LIU graduate to be selected for the Rutgers Pharmaceutical Industry Fellowship Program. While a student at LIU, Dr. Lam was president of the college's chapter of APHA growing it from a dozen members to over 400 members. And it has remained the largest student organization on campus over the past 2 decades. He also served as editor-in-chief of Pharmacon, the college's yearbook, and was vice president of Phi Lambda Chi, the Pharmacy Leadership Society. Again, it is my pleasure to present our keynote speaker, Dr. Lam.
Thank you, Dean Arash, fellow other deans, faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, thank you and congratulations to the PharmD class of 2028 on receiving your white coats. Special kudos to friends and family who have supported you along the way and will continue to support you during this journey. It is a tremendous honor to return to my alma mater to address the next generation of pharmacists. We are here to celebrate a notable milestone in your professional career. The white coat ceremony is steeped in tradition, symbolizing your transition into the clinical phase of your training as a pharmacist. In other words, you're finally ready to see patients, supervised of course. So it's only fitting that a college invited me, an alum who doesn't see patients and who doesn't wear the white coats, to give the keynote. 25 years ago, back when the neighborhood had no high-rises, I was sitting where you are today, worrying about the pharmacology final next week. I would be lying if I told you I knew exactly what I wanted to be doing after I graduated, and I knew exactly how I was going to get there. I am a byproduct of a solid pharmacy education, first-generation immigrant hustle, and a willingness to go against traditions and expectations. Our industry is undergoing seismic changes. Our world is undergoing seismic changes. And although it's important to acknowledge history of our profession, we must sometimes choose a path that is less taken in order to find a solution. As a pharmacist now practicing as a venture capitalist, my job is to predict the future, identify trends, and pick the winners. I lead an impressive team of MDs, PhDs, and a single JD PharmD that scours the world for the most promising private biotech companies. If we believe their science and their vision, we make an investment. And then we work alongside them to help guide them path forward. If we're right in choosing the companies, their experimental drugs that they're developing will one day make it to the market and potentially help millions of lives. The potential for macro level impact, I have to say, is probably the most exciting part of my job. The role is professionally fulfilling, intellectually stimulating, and of course, financially rewarding. It's a culmination of everything I've done professionally up to this point in my career, and everything I've learned here at the college. I still rely on the same foundational knowledge gained during my 6 years here. Pharmaceutics, pharmacology, clinical therapeutics. The college has prepared me well for what I'm doing today. I just wish I was a better student and paid more attention during pharmacology. On a near daily basis, I still read medical journals, analyze clinical trial data, consult with top physicians to understand whether an experimental drug could truly change patient care. Sounds a lot like a pharmacist, doesn't it? My story started off very similar to many of yours. NYU Pharmacy has the most first-generation immigrants of any pharmacy school in the country. And mine is a first-generation immigrant story. 42 years ago, my parents left everything they knew in Hong Kong and immigrated to the US. It was a leap of faith for a better life and a brighter future for their kids. As the youngest of 3 siblings, I was merely 3 years old when I first set foot in Brooklyn. Our humble beginnings led us to settle in a modest apartment in Flatbush, located a few miles away from where I stand today. We made the most of our circumstances, but my parents never ceased to work tirelessly and save every hard-earned dollar. Very similar to, I'm sure, the families that are supporting you today. Eventually, through sheer determination, they managed to scrape enough to make a down payment on a humble apartment in the then underdeveloped neighborhood of Fort Greene. For my parents, their working years, it was survival mode. Their primary focus was fulfilling basic needs, food on the table, shelter over our heads. Both held modest blue-collar jobs, persevering with the hope that one day their children could have opportunities for a more prosperous life than they ever had. It was my father's dream to see all the 3 land kids to graduate pharmacy school and open a neighborhood pharmacy. He believed that pharmacy is a solid profession, stable, well-paid, highly respected. To him, it was a profession steeped in tradition, a means to do well while doing good. All 3 land kids would end up receiving their pharmacy degrees in college. But these days, my dad is still hanging around Fort Greene, but he never got his dream of opening up his neighborhood pharmacy. You see, each of the land kids, we had our own dreams. As P1s, your future is ahead of you, and you're in full control of your destiny. You are pluripotent stem cells on the verge of differentiating into retail pharmacists, clinical pharmacists, industry pharmacists, and or countless other roles pharmacists are equipped to do, some of them beyond your wildest dreams. My dad meant well, but he couldn't have known how quickly the world will change, the challenges that our profession faces, and what was meant for me. While we must honor the dreams and aspirations of those who came before us, we must also follow our own calling. We must forge our own destinies, pursue our own passions, and embrace the vast potential within us. My father's hope was not solely focused on realizing his own dream. Above all, he yearned for his children's success and fulfillment in whatever path they chose. And in that sense, he achieved his goal. Although we did not open that neighborhood pharmacy that we have wanted, we each found our own passions, our own callings, and endeavors that allowed us to make a positive impact on the world in our own unique ways. So while my dad would have been content with me pursuing a more traditional practice of pharmacy, the business of drugs fascinated me throughout the college years. How do new drugs even make it on the shelves of your local Walgreens? Who are all the players within the healthcare system? And what size of the cut do they each get? Where do new drugs even come from? This curiosity led me to a career in industry. I have a very non-traditional role for a pharmacist, but I use my training on a daily basis in my role, so I believe what I'm doing is very much a derivative of pharmacy, helping to fund and support companies that are developing the next generation of cutting-edge, life-saving, life-improving therapies, providing treatment options that those of you in the front lines of healthcare may be dispensing to patients in the future. This is how I contribute to the ecosystem. While I was a student at NYU, I would have never dreamt of ending up in venture capital. But your dreams change and evolve over time. It's best to look at your career not as a GPS, but as a compass. Don't stress if you don't know exactly what you want to do, or the exact route and turn-by-turn direction. There isn't one. Just check that you're going the right general direction, and most importantly, Enjoy the ride. In conclusion, final thoughts. Even though I don't wear the white coats, I carry the tremendous responsibility it represents. Whether you're in hospital, community pharmacy, clinical research, or in a biotech boardroom, being a pharmacist means you are a steward of values. The white coat is more than a symbol of clinical authority. It represents trust, accountability, and compassion. I am bullish on our profession. As Jim Cramer says on CNBC, bye, bye, bye. Congrats to the class of 2028.
We would also like to extend a token of appreciation to Dr. Andrew Lam for his continued support for LIU over the years.
Good morning. I'm Ryan Young, Assistant Dean for Admissions here at the College of Pharmacy, and I want to once again add my notion of congratulations for each of you on arriving at this milestone in your academic career. You have all made sacrifices and worked hard to achieve your goal of entering pharmacy school. As each of you walk across the stage to be cloaked, your journey in pharmacy begins. The white coat originated in scientific laboratories. Not until the early 1900s did medical education turn to science in its mission, teaching, and fashion. As the focus turned to science and technology, the growing concern was the departure from humanism. Dr. Arnold Gould's vision to restore the human aspect to patient care resulted in the first white coat ceremony being instituted in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons here in New York. Since then, the white coat ceremony has expanded to other health professions. In 1995, the University of Kentucky was the first college of pharmacy to have a white coat ceremony. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage, welcoming you as new students into the profession. As student pharmacists and soon-to-be pharmacy interns, you are bound by the same professional commitments that bind all pharmacists. As prescribed by the oath of the pharmacist, the white coat reminds pharmacists of their professional duties, to lead their lives with integrity, ethical behavior, and honor. To accomplish this goal of professionalism, each of you, as students of pharmacy, must satisfy 5 attributes. The first, develop a sense of loyalty and duty to the profession of pharmacy by being a builder of community. One able and willing to contribute to the well-being of others, and who enthusiastically accepts the responsibility and accountability for membership in the profession. 2, foster professional competency through lifelong learning. Strive for high ideals, teamwork, and unity within the profession in order to provide optimal patient care. 3, support your colleagues by actively encouraging personal commitments to the oath of the pharmacist. 4, incorporate into your lives and practice a dedication to excellence. This will require an ongoing reassessment of both personal and professional values. And lastly, maintain the highest ideals and professional attributes to ensure and facilitate the covenantal relationship required in a pharmaceutical caregiver. The profession of pharmacy is one that demands adherence to the highest ethical standards. These high ideals are necessary to ensure the quality of care extended to the patients you serve. As students of pharmacy, this does not start with graduation. Rather, it begins today, as you don your white coat and enter the professional college community. It is now my distinct honor to invite your class leaders up on stage, Delbert Sharhan and Michael Dorenzo, to be cloaked. They will be cloaked this morning by Dean Topolsky.
getting very sad. I'm just kidding. Okay, so good morning. I would firstly like to thank Walgreens for sponsoring this ceremony, and to our faculty for providing the first year of our professional education as doctors of pharmacy. So, to begin, we should thank the most important people in this room. Look around you, like right now, look around you for whoever you came here with today. Look for your family. Without them, we would not be in pharmacy school today. Remember all the sleepless nights your parents have spent working and sacrificing to make sure that not only there was food on the table, but that you could continue to pursue your education and achieve your dreams. You've heard this before plenty of times in your life, but class of 2028, let's be sure to please thank them right now. I stand here today as a man who has nearly realized the dream that I've had since I was a boy. The dream of being a doctor with a white coat. Now I know I'm not going to be a physician, but please let me just have this moment. I've always admired healthcare workers for being the superheroes that they are, including my mother. When I was very young, she often took me to work with her at New York Presbyterian. And today I'm standing here finishing my first professional year toward becoming a PharmD. So thank you, Mom, for instilling this vision in me. Dad, without your strong support and sacrifice, always working to put food on the table, paying for all the flat tire repairs that I frighteningly need very often. Always bailing me out of trouble with Mom, thank you. To my grandmother in the crowd who helped raise me, made me breakfast every morning, walked me to school, the list goes on and on. And to my loving girlfriend Cameron in the crowd for her continuous support for 3 years. Wait, you didn't think I'd forget you, did I? To my closest friends in the crowd, Alicia, Ritu, Julia, Fiona, Tiffany, Mike, and especially Doled, you mean the world to me, and I know you will be lifelong friends. And of course, I want to say you guys probably made your own best friends, even though we've only been here for a few months. You probably made lifelong friends being here. So we, class of 2028, are the next generation of healthcare heroes. Some may argue that we're the unsung heroes of the healthcare team, and while they might be right, we should remember that before we take our oath, that this is what it is to be a hero. Being a hero is doing what needs to be done, and above all else, helping others, regardless of whether you receive recognition or not. I hope we can look back to this day and remember the oath that we take and how important it is for the future of healthcare. I hope you will always imagine the patient in front of you as a family member whose prescription you are filling and proceed with the best of your ability. To the faculty, there are no amount of words I can put on this paper to describe how helpful you have been on our journey, and I speak for the class right now in saying thank you. Thank you for always working your hardest to ensure that we get the best education possible, and overall acting as not only mentors, but as people we can also rely on for guidance with life itself. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. To the class of 2028, thank you so much for entrusting me with so much responsibility this year and next year as well. I have made countless friends in such a short amount of time with all of you, and there's no other group of people I'd rather be getting coated with today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Cutting onions. Class of 2028, as we stand here today, soon to be cloaked in our white coat, let's remember the weight it carries. Not just as a symbol of our profession, but as a reminder of the trust placed in us by the patients we will serve. The classes and experience ahead will challenge us, but we will be rewarded with the privilege of making a difference. So let's move forward with compassion, integrity, and the unwavering commitment to be the heroes our communities need. Thank you, and congratulations to every single one of you in this room. This is just the beginning.
Hello respect, wondering if I'd even survive the first week. If you had told me then that I'd be standing here as past president giving a speech just months later, I probably would have called you crazy. And yet here I am. It's wild how fast time flies. This white coat means a lot. It's not just a symbol of where we are now, it's a promise about where we're headed. It represents responsibility, care, and the kind of strength that doesn't always show up in textbooks or lectures. I've been lucky to meet countless pharmacists who truly embody what this profession stands for. They supported and guided me more than I could ever repay. And without them, I wouldn't be in pharmacy school. I show up every day hoping to become a pharmacist that they'd be proud of. And the truth is, we've already had to show that strength, maybe more than we expected this early on. Our class faced a major challenge not long after the year began. We had to come together and speak up for the quality of our education, something we all value deeply. And as someone tasked with representing our entire class with a single voice, I can say it wasn't easy. It was stressful, confusing, and honestly a little scary. But we didn't back down. We stood together. We had the hard conversations we never thought we'd need to have this early on in our journey. And we advocated not just for ourselves, but for the classes that will come after us. That experience taught me something I'll carry with me forever. True leadership isn't about a title or having all the answers. It's about showing up when it's hard, listening when people feel unheard, and moving forward with the path ahead that is unclear. It taught me to be grounded, compassionate, and resilient, and to lead with intention, not perfection, and knowing that showing up matters more than having all the answers. True leadership is about being present, not perfect. And then, our first exam week. Don't even get me started. Those days when the group chats were chaotic, when we basically lived in the library, or one of the lounges that I'm sure you guys see me at. And already, finals are after next week. I know. But we made it through once, and we'll make it through again. I truly do believe in the idea that it doesn't get easier, you just get better. And I know that each and every one of us will continue getting better until we all walk across that Barclay stage as pharmacists who represent not just knowledge, but class, professionalism, and most importantly, integrity in a profession as noble as ours. To our professors who supported us, thank you. Your guidance doesn't stop at the end of a lecture. I know I'm not the only one who pops into your offices looking for help or reassurance. The support never goes unnoticed and it's never taken for granted. I definitely want to give a special shout out to Professor Kadarsky and Professor Gonzalez, wherever he is, for letting us bother them every other day at this point and being so warm and welcoming, regardless of the reason for the visit. And to our families and friends who've been our anchors, thank you for reminding us to rest, and to eat, and to believe in ourselves when we forget how. We wouldn't have made it this far without them. Putting on this white coat today feels different, because we know what it took to earn it. And we didn't just show up, we showed resilience, we showed heart, and we showed up for one another when it counted most. So as we move forward, let's carry that same pride with us. Let's be proud, not just of our grades and accomplishments, but of our growth, our unity, and our strength. Before I wrap up, I do want to give a quick shout out to two people who have come to mean a lot to me at this point. You guys probably have a good idea. It's Michael Dorenzo, our current vice president, and then Michael Corsali, our next vice president, and Michael will actually be the president next year. So they're both Michaels. I'll just address them by their last names at this point. Dorenzo has been a constant source of support for me throughout this entire year. Always stepping up, always having my back, and always making sure no one ever had to carry anything alone. He's become one of my closest friends, someone I've leaned on, laughed with, and truly come to respect as a leader. And I know he'll step into this role with ease. As for Corsali, during his candidacy speech, he did say something that stuck with me. He said, over this past year, Michael has become one of my closest friends, and I truly believe he'll be a friend for life. I want to take a moment to reiterate that for myself, because it's true for me of both Michaels. These are two people I trust, respect, and I'm proud to call lifelong friends. I know this class will be in the best hands with them, and I can't wait to see all they'll accomplish together. And I know they wouldn't let me live it down if I forgot to shout out my friends from day one of orientation, who have stuck with me to this day and for the foreseeable future. So a special thank you to Alicia, Fiona, Julia, Ritu, and Tiffany. You're all incredible, and you made this journey so much brighter. I'm truly grateful for the laughs, the support, and for making every single day more enjoyable. just like the Michaels. I know you'll all be friends for life, and I'm lucky to have you in mind. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who can say this. We've all made connections that will last a lifetime, and I know we will continue doing so over the next 3 years that we have together. Congratulations to every single one of you. We've come so far, and this is only the beginning. Thank you to everyone here, and everyone who continues to support us. Congratulations, class of 2028.
Good morning once again. It is now my pleasure to introduce our faculty cloakers for this morning's whiteboard ceremony. We have the pleasure of joining us with Professors Abu Fayed, Fiddler, Gonzalez, Pedersen, and Skylin Velez, Kelly Wadoji, Sarah Minhaj, Anton Zaki, Raphael Amina, Gabriella Matitova, Jonathan Katayev, Simon Rahamimov, Yusuf Abdulaziz, Roman Pastupa, Kitty Fakatich, Kaya Goiper, Ivan Chan, Ryan Nikulin, Marwan El-Rashidi, Emily Marcus, Jenny Yazdi, Sanaria Abdul Latif, Rukaya Chowdhury, Tareen Chowdhury, Sabina Islam, Jeanette Sutton, Colin Morgan, Mahmoud Mansour, Simon Marwa, Brendan Sholyakov, Munir Al-Jaba, Marina Gerges, Marola Gerges, Amira El-Halawi, Diala Salal. Mark Albadini, Saif Ashram, Mohammed Harishi, Mohammed Dola, Ali Raka, Andrew Saad, Jonathan Safety, Hassan Shukair, Estelle Sutton, Pauline Derzia, Joy Shayo, Evan Zhang, Amanda Jamaro, Lei Yi Yu, Winnie Wei, Christy Shu, Aser Yusuf, Esma Alahiri, Fatima Banner, Makia Saleh, Shireen Salamova, Zara Khan, Julia Marie Evangelista. Christiana Shaya. Victoria Nefertin. Angela Sunil. Mohammed Abubakar. Giovanni Samir. Zamir Qureshi. Shaira Suma. Nisha Janki. Ritushri Shell. Kezia Rebuzini. Valentine Uegio. Kia Patel. Vidi Patel. Nicolette Capelluti. Kayan Abuzaria. Yasmin Tea. Inas Abdelghani. Amy Yoon. Ilana Hogan. Paul Pattis. James Shylonsky. Raphael Weinstein. Alex Morales. Anita Nasir. Ritu Day. Tiffany Yuan. Fiona Carroll. Julia Montag. Michael Corsali. Jasmine Lautrec. Marina Abdelahad. Marion Bowles. Joseph Yakub. Badly Izat. Mariam Angel Shafiq. Ashley Prasad. Sarah Alshasha. Clara Pham. Peiyu Wong. Tracy Cheng. Terry Feng Shi. Belinda Young. Angelina Chu. Michelle Gao.
اسمع على مريم لأنه
Meiji Grace Valenta. Sarah Khalifa. Ramrani Reynolds.
flowers.
Alicia Sharma. Maureen Ahmed. Richlove Owusu Mensah.
Now I'd like to welcome our Walgreens sponsor, Dr. Jerry Couch.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, our future pharmacists. It is my absolute pleasure to be here today as I too sat in your seat. Are you ready? 30 years ago. And I'm very proud to be a pharmacist and a member of the graduating class of 1997. For you today, it's more than just a tradition. This is a rite of passage. As each of you wear your white coat for the first time today, you're not just putting on a garment, putting on a symbol of trust, compassion, and commitment. You are stepping into a profession where science meets service and knowledge meets responsibility. In pharmacy, we hold a unique role in healthcare. We are the bridge between discovery and patient care. Every prescription, every consultation, every interaction has the power to heal, and your integrity, attention, and care bring that to life. The white coat is a promise. It's a promise to uphold the highest standards of ethics and excellence. It is a pledge to always keep the well-being of your patients at the forefront of your practice. And it is a reminder that while your education will teach you what to do, your compassion and humility will guide you how to do it. You're embarking on a journey at a time where the role of pharmacist has never been more vital. You will be called upon not only to dispense medications, but to provide counsel, offer reassurance, and lead innovation in patient care. You are the medication experts, the safety net, if you will, in a complex healthcare system. And often, you're the most accessible healthcare professional to a community in need. To the families and friends here today, thank you. Thank you for your support and your encouragement that has helped these students to reach this point. And to the faculty, thank you for your unwavering dedication to the shaping of the next generation of our pharmacy leaders. To our students, wear this coat with pride. Let it remind you you not only are the path ahead, but what the purpose that brought you here today. Let it remind you that pharmacy is not just a profession, it is a calling. Congratulations to all the students on this important milestone. We believe in you, we will support you, and we can't wait to see what your impact is and how you will make that impact on the lives of others. Congratulations to all students. We have come to the time where we are going to take the oath of a pharmacist. I would ask that all students please stand, and you can refer to this on the back of your program. Please repeat after me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare and humanity and relief of suffering my primary concern. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept a lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the
الجاي
public.
نخليه يجيب لك الجاي هيجيب لك
Congratulations to all of you.
Okay, so we're coming to an end of the ceremony. Congratulations, the class of 2028. I'm proud of you all. welcome everyone for refreshments and some food. And I do want to just lastly pass it to Dean Devastani for final remarks.
In closing, I would like to once again thank the friends and family and all the supporters. Thank our students for your perseverance. Our catering team, Jerry and Walgreens, Dr. Andrew Lamb, and last but not least, without whom none of this would be possible, which is our esteemed faculty. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy this beautiful day. Take a lot of pictures.